English invasion of American culture. I am your host, Kim Sensei, English teacher by day, by night, podcaster extraordinaire, broadcasting to you from Tokyo, Japan. Joining me today from sunny Los Angeles is my lovely co-host, Justine.
Hello, hello.
Hello! So...
Sorry.
What? How are you? How was San Francisco?
Pretty solid. It actually had warm-ish weather for San Francisco, so I was pretty happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
I got to climb at 2 climbing gyms, and I got to eat most of the foods that I wanted to eat, so I would say it's a pretty successful trip.
What foods did you want to eat?
Specifically, there is this Japanese bakery that I wanted to go to that had really bitchin' ass rice balls, like super good quality rice. I'm just like, holy shit. Okay, it's $5, but I'm not mad because it's like really good quality. It's called Fugetsu in San Jose.
I will have to check that out. Fugetsu in San Jose.
NorCal trip.
It's funny you say that it's a Japanese bakery, but you're talking about onigiri, which is rice balls. And that's like not something that's actually baked though.
It's like a weird like bakery slash like
just like a
grocery
cafe
store. Well, because they don't have seating. It's like all to go food.
So it's like a
all
deli.
Like bento food. Yeah, it's all like bento food. There's like okonomiyaki, and then there is like
okonomiyaki is not what I think of.
I know. And then there was like the steamed egg, but it was all like bento related stuff. So I initially went because I saw a influencer do a story about it on Instagram, and I was just like, oh hell yeah, I want to eat rice balls. But what I really like is like, you know how for rice balls it's usually plain white rice and filling, right?
Yeah.
For theirs, I got the unagi one, and what they do is they mix like finely shredded egg into the rice when they make the rice ball. So it adds like a different flavor to the rice aside from the rice just being really good quality.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn, freaking rice ball on steroids, but I'm even mad.
Yeah, and that like it sounds like so much protein too, because it's like egg in the rice, and then inside of the filling, or in the filling is the unagi. So it's like the traditional like grilled eel with like the sweet soy sauce and everything on it.
And then what they did is they put a shiso leaf in between the eel and the rice, so that way the sauce from the rice doesn't make sauce from the eel doesn't make the rice soggy. And I was just like,
yeah, sorry, this is audio only, but I'm doing like the chef's kiss right now. But, like that sounds amazing. That sounds really good. I don't think I have not seen any rice balls like that because they make them pretty traditional here in Japan, and I feel like it's not very adventurous with the kinds of like toppings and like fusion and combinations that you can get. But maybe I'm just not looking hard enough because I've
go find the bougie rice balls.
I've never seen any combos like that in Tokyo, but I don't eat onigiris too often, so I'll keep an eye out and maybe I'll find some unagi ones. Yeah. Anything else?
I liked it because it was like not the usual where it's like, oh, okay, this is gonna be your spicy tuna or this is gonna be your plum. It's like more heartier filling or more heartier toppings for the rice ball. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, beefy rice ball, check. Let's see what else. I also went to this Japanese Peruvian. Okay, I also went to this Japanese Peruvian fusion restaurant rooftop bar in SF that opened this week, and it was pretty tasty. There is this roll that they had that I know rolls are more traditionally American sushi, but it was pretty interesting. There was yellowtail with fried shrimp and shiso leaf, and it had some sort of like citrus sauce on it, and I thought that was pretty tasty. I was like not used to having citrusy sushi rolls, but I think it was kind of like, oh, Peruvian influence, so we're gonna add this like tiger milk,
stuff, right?
whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was just like, Oh,
Damn,
so
I haven't
good.
had lunch yet. That sounds so amazing. Yellowtail, like tempura, ceviche. Oh, the best flavors in the world combined together. South American food and Asian food. Oh, okay, I'm salivating. Damn, that sounds so good.
But yeah, it was a pretty solid food trip, and I'm like 10 out of 10
So
would do
jealous.
again.
I'm so jealous right now. LA is the best, really. It's like, I would say, like, yes, it surpasses Tokyo in terms of, like, having the best of both worlds and all worlds, like, combining just all of the most delicious foods from all around the world into one amazing meal. Yeah, so, okay.
Oh my god, okay, so I have a debate
Okay.
question for you. I was arguing with my
All
friend
right.
about this. Is ramen and pho considered a soup?
Ramen and pho
Yeah.
are ramen.
Well, not together, but like individual, like,
So is ramen a soup?
dishes.
Is pho a soup?
Yes.
Yes, for both, of course. What?
Thank you.
Who was trying to argue pho is
My
not a
friend.
soup? What?
I know, and I was like, okay, if that's the case, it's calzone sandwich because it has 2 carbs covering a fucking protein itself. And I'm just
No,
like,
I'm gonna argue calzone is not a
But
sandwich.
yes.
Calzones are not a sandwich, but pho and ramen are.
is it a pie?
No, calzone is not a pie either. I would say it's closer to an empanada because it's the little dumpling that's
Is it the
the shape
encasement?
of the.
What makes it not?
It's not a sandwich because a sandwich is 2 separate pieces of bread, but a calzone is wrapped in a single
folded.
layer of dough, so it's much closer relative of a dumpling or an empanada, something stuffed with mixed fillings inside, like a calzone. Yeah, so I don't think calzones are sandwiches, but definitely ramen and pho are soup.
It's
Who's trying to
soup.
say it's not soup? I don't
Hell
get
yeah.
that. It's like,
I know. Some dumb person that's all like, what do you mean? Ramen is ramen and pho is pho. And just like, bro, broth, noodles, protein, soup.
yeah, okay, this person.
But this is a stupid argument that I was like, I'm gonna make a tally of this because you're wrong and I'm right. And I gotta make sure you know that I know you're wrong and
Okay,
I'm
soup
right.
is a very broad category of a type of dish with a broth, which is the main base of the ingredients of the dish, and in the broth you have noodles and vegetables, meat, that kind of stuff. So that's a soup, yes.
Yeah. But we were having this conversation about, okay, what's your favorite kind of food? And I was just like, soup. I was like, what do you mean soup? I freaking love soup.
I've been having a craving for like some good Chinese food, and I miss egg drop soup, and I never realized how American I guess it is, because it's such a staple at every Chinese Chinese restaurant in America. Egg drop soup on the menu. Egg drop soup. And I have a hard time finding Chinese restaurants in general here in Tokyo, and then at those places typically egg drop soup is not on the menu. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking in all the wrong places, but I'm missing my egg drop soup.
Yeah, I wonder, is egg drop soup more of a like Chinese American
I think
dish,
so.
if anything, than an
I think
actual
it is, and
Chinese?
it's like kind of like the whole like chop suey.
Like
Yeah.
orange chicken.
Yeah, gonna have to make a run to Panda Express after this. So.
Do they have panda in
Yeah,
Tokyo?
they have a Panda Express here at the Miyashita Park in Shibuya, the brand new like indoor-outdoor super mall kind of food court. It's right next to the Taco Bell, actually.
Hey, I know that Taco
Yes.
Bell. Super expensive ass Taco Bell.
I mean, compared to
Where's my dollar
yeah,
menu,
no
damn
dollar
it?
menu here, no dollar menu.
I want my cheesy fiesta potatoes, damn it. Where's my gordita crunch? I was kind of salty because there and in Korea, the Taco Bell menu was limited to the luxuries I'm used to in California. I'm just
Taco Bell.
No dollar menu, bullshit. No cheesy gordita crunch, bullshit. I'll still get a soft taco though.
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, yeah, no dollar menu here. I wish. I don't. Yeah, food is. Unless you're at like a street vendor, I don't think food is not cheap here in Tokyo. So.
Just convenient food all day.
Food.
I love convenient food though. Not gonna lie, convenient food is still healthier than convenient food in America.
I live right across the street from a convenience, so I've gotten kind of sick of it, honestly. But maybe I'm just like spoiled with the convenience on every corner here. But yeah. Anyways, Japanese bakery, Fugetsu in San Jose. We've got our Japanese Peruvian rooftop bar. Those are our highlights.
Kayo. Yeah.
Is that also in San Jose?
No, that's in SF, next to the stadium.
Sure, I'll search.
I went on a mini NorCal adventure because I started in Monterey to San Jose to SF. So I flew into San Jose and then flew out of SF. So it's kind of like this loop.
And back to LA.
And I landed this morning. God, I felt like dying. My flight was at like 6 a.m. and I was just like, I had 3 hours of sleep today.
And
so
recording a podcast in the same day. What a trooper. That's dedication.
I'm committed.
That's my co-host.
I just miss you so much.
Yes.
Is it a fucking triangle?
No, it was a triangle. Heart. It's a heart.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait till we actually have to start, or when we actually transition into video. I just have to make my hair not look like trash all the time.
I need to work on our animated avatars so we can turn this into a VTubing podcast. And then we'll have all the simps following us.
Have you heard of when people describe Japanese features based on condiments?
What? Japanese features?
Like male features. I was watching this reel about a Japanese influencer that was talking about there's this thing where they describe men's features based off like either soy sauce face or soy sauce gyu or something, or shoyu-gyu. So I don't know what face is in Japanese. Ka. Oh, so shoyu-kao is like soy sauce face, and it pretty much describes more traditional Japanese men's features. So like more slender eyes, like more like smaller face. And I never heard of it before, but I was like, okay, I can kind of see that as being like, okay, if you look more soy, that you look more traditionally Japanese, versus it's like bulldog. You know the bulldog sauce, like the tonkatsu sauce.
I know the tonkatsu sauce. Yeah, it's like a sweeter type of
so
soy sauce.
Yeah, but it's like the mascot on it is a bulldog, and like the more popular brand is like a bulldog brand. Tonkatsu sauce. And pretty much if a person has like the bulldog sauce face, they have more Western or like European features where their eyes are more pronounced, their features are more pronounced. And I thought that was just like really cool. And I was just like, have you ever heard of this before? Because I'm just saying like in terms of like attractiveness of Japanese men, I'm like, oh, this person looks more exotic. Oh, this person looks more traditionally Japanese. I never really had like, I guess it's like a slang thing or a cultural thing to really describe stuff as like, oh, this guy has soy sauce face. This guy has a bulldog face.
I've never heard of this, and I feel like this is gonna get into like some really problematic conversations, especially in America, where people are like, you can't just say somebody has soy sauce face, like, you know what I mean? Like,
this is Japan, it doesn't matter.
No, but even in Japan, I feel like
We'll let you know when you're upset. Just kidding.
No, I've never heard of this. And are the condiments only soy sauce based, or is it like, is there ketchup face, mustard face? Like, what other condiments?
I'm not sure. I only heard about it this afternoon, so I'm gonna go ask the internet about it. But I was like, hey, go ask some Japanese girls. What does this mean?
I don't
Just
know,
to confirm.
man. I've never heard of this, and I feel like it's kind of a stretch to kind of like label like, oh, you're soy sauce based, because it's like, what's the connection?
Okay, if I find it on the
connection.
internet, I'm gonna be like, do the thing.
I don't know,
do the
man.
Thing. I'll send you the link and be like, hey, there's an internet forum about this.
I don't know about this. I don't want people saying I have a soy sauce face or like mustard, wasabi face.
But I think it's specifically for like Japanese men.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, like, even for Japanese men, there's a diversity of features within Japan. So, I don't know. I'm not really sure what they're talking about. Okay.
I'm literally Google searching facial features slang in Japan. There is!
Oh god, you found it.
So, shoyu gao is soy sauce face. Sauce gao is sauce face. Shio gao salt face.
Okay.
Sato gao
Sugar face.
Miso gao su gao. Mayonnaise gao. Ketchup gao. Okay, confirmed. There's a spread of the condiment.
Oh god, this is stupid, man. It sounds like a really like something like an elementary school kid came up with. Like...
I feel like it's pretty relevant because this article's from like 2019.
Okay.
But I was like, I'm gonna read through it and be like, I want you to label all of the men's faces that you see this week as
all right.
either
I will
of these
have
condiments.
to put that on my homework to do. Study a Japanese condiment faces. All right. Anyways, did you actually watch any? You haven't watched any anime this week. You watched zero.
No, I watch Encanto and I watch Cruella.
Some Disney. Okay.
I did. I was binge watching all the Disney Plus that
Nice.
my friend had, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, free Disney
Okay,
Plus!"
we're gonna talk about Disney. I have to talk about my new favorite Pixar film, Onward. Have you seen this?
Which one is that one? I don't think I've seen
so
that one.
sad what happened. This is kind of like tragic how this movie just like went under the radar.
Is that?
It's like about two elf brothers. They're blue. They look like Smurfs, and they just basically go on like an awesome like Bill and Ted adventure. That's like very heavily D&D influenced, and it's very like it's sort of like this mashup of like modern culture and like fantasy stuff. So I loved it so much, but it was released in March of 2020, like right as the pandemic hit. And so
it's not their fault. It was the Panera that ruined their box office.
Yes, and I was like, damn, it was literally not the biggest flop, but the second biggest flop that Pixar has ever had because of all the you know, the theaters shutting down right as it opened, because it opened beginning of March, and then everything shut down by the end of the month. So I'm so sad that, and then like 2 weeks after the release, they put it out on Disney Plus. So I feel like it just got, the momentum for that film got so derailed that like nobody knows about this film, and like I don't hear anybody talking about it, because like even me, like I didn't know about this film until I got Disney Plus, and I was just going through the catalog and I was like, oh, it's this. So yeah, I'm super sad. This is like such an unknown and underrated Pixar movie. So it's like, it's actually one of my favorites now. But yes, I also saw Encanto. What did you think about it?
I thought it was super cute. I was like, oh, this is a feels good movie. and I enjoyed all of the songs for it. I like the little cinnamon roll, freaking Bruno.
I don't know if I'd call.
Cinnamon roll, Bruno.
I don't know if I'd call him a cinnamon roll, but okay.
Little socially stunted bro. You just want to be with family, but not too far though. So I'm gonna hide in the rafters.
Yeah, I felt like that was one of my favorite scenes in the movie, where he like sets his own place behind the walls, where he has his own little like labeled placemat for himself, and everyone's eating dinner, and I'm like, oh god, it's cute and sad at the same time, but yeah.
It was funny. I was talking to my cousin about the movie because I just saw it, and I was like, oh my god, there's 3 siblings. I have 2 other siblings. Shit, am I Peppa? Does this mean I'm emotionally erratic? Oh no, I'm Peppa. So I had this, cause she's the youngest, right?
They're triplets. I mean, like,
cause I think like who came out first? Like, I think it's Julieta, then it's Bruno, then it's Peppa.
It's actually not ever mentioned the birth order. Yeah, I don't think
really?
It is.
Oh, I need to ask the internet. Because I was like,
I don't think it was ever
God,
mentioned. It was never explicitly mentioned in the movie, the birth order. All that's ever said is just that they're triplets. I mean, you can kind of look for clues if you want. Like, I do remember, like, there's the scene where Abuela is, like, holding her babies. So maybe, like, if you want to look into, like, the order of, like, the way that she's holding them. But I don't know which end it would start from. So, yeah, I don't know. Unconfirmed. Birth order unconfirmed. If you have any clues, drop your hints in the comments below. Yeah, I don't think there's very little information on the birth order for the triplets.
Disney, I have questions. This is important. But yeah, that was my mini existential crisis, but I was just like, I get over it.
How was Cruella?
It was a really long ass movie. Freaking 2 hours, 18 minutes. And I was like, I was just waiting for the part where they did like the fashion, like, just fashion off and just show all the cute outfits and stuff. But I had to like wait a whole hour and some change into the movie till they do the little like fashion like show off against each other and stuff. But I thought it was enjoyable. A little too long for what I'd like to watch, because I was like halfway through I was like, are we done yet? But
yeah, that's surprisingly long for like a kid's movie. Like, this is the live action with Emma Stone, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, and it focuses on her as the protagonist, right?
Origin story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting, because I was like, I've been curious about it, but I haven't watched it yet. But like, how much of a focus are the dogs in the movie?
Yeah, halfway through they are like, because you know how in the previews she has that Dalmatian dress, right?
Sure. I don't remember, but sure.
Okay. Well, in a lot of the promotions, they were showing her in the Dalmatian dress, and that was like one of the scenes. But yeah, the dogs are relatively important. Maybe halfway through the movie till the end, because they have some stuff that she needs. So she, like, I don't want to give away spoilers, but they're useful to some point because of important things that they have. But I was like, how do I vague book this? But I liked it for the designs, but then I think near the end I was kind of like, wait, what?
Are the dogs like specific characters, like Pongo and Purdy, and like are their owners featured in it?
No, they're...
Okay.
No, because this is before then. This is kind of like how Cruella got all that shit and stuff. So it's like, oh, this is her childhood, this is how she was raised, blah, blah, blah. Insert trauma that happened, blah, blah, blah. Now this is her life. Fast forward 10 years later, this is her life. Oh, this is the dream that she's always wanted to achieve. Oh, now's her opportunity to pursue this dream. Oh, here's the actual villain. Oh, we're gonna have beef with them. So it's like, typical, like, plot formulas for origin stories, if anything. So I think it fit the part of being an origin story, but in terms of would I really commit 2 hours to watching it? I wouldn't if I was busy, but I was like, I'm on mini vacation. I'm gonna commit 2 hours.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Maybe a good like flight movie then. I would say.
Yeah. If you're flying,
Alright.
that's a good things you didn't have to know, but you know now, and now nothing has
Okay.
changed.
So
So I think Cruella is probably maybe like a B minus, just because
pretty
I
high.
liked the character. Yeah, well, like I am a sucker for
Uh-huh.
origin stories. Like I like how seeing the baddies get bad. That's why I got all super committed into a freaking backstory for the brother and sister villains for
Demon Slayer?
the entertainment
shit.
district in fucking Demon Slayer. And I also fell down Demon Slayer hell again because I started reading all the bios of all the upper 12, and I was just like,
nice.
all right, this is how I'm spending my
man.
afternoon.
All right,
Not
this
even
might
mad.
be a good segue into talking about the Demon Slayer season finale. So I'm assuming you watched the final episode. Yeah,
11,
I,
yeah.
I just saw it yesterday too. So, okay, like the one thing that bothered me about this season finale is just Japanese women crying, and they all cry in the exact same screeching most. Yes, and I cannot stand it, and I'm just like, God, it's like there were two separate characters, female Japanese women, like crying in the exact same way. I don't even know if maybe they're voiced by the same voice actress, but like they couldn't be more different as characters themselves within the show, yet they still fucking cry like squealing pigs in the same exact way. And it was
the wife and the demon
sister.
the pretty one.
So
yeah,
I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this is I don't know if this is some kind of like terrible stereotype. Like I've also seen this in like Japanese porn as well, where like instead of like
yes. It's like a squeaky toy.
Squeaky toy. Like when like Japanese women are getting fucked in like Japanese porn, they sound like crying children, like small, like whiny little children, and it's such a turn off. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And I'm
what? You're in misery, horny?
I'm like, how does this turn anybody on? This is terrible. So
let's take a poll. Hello, male viewers.
Well, anyways, other than that, like I thought Demon Slayer was pretty awesome. Honestly, even now that I think about it, Zenitsu's crying was pretty annoying as well.
Yeah, I can't. What do you mean? He's the best. Your favorite character.
No, but he woke up the last episode. So.
Okay.
So maybe it's just like, I don't know if this is like this gender stereotype, because then like, or is it like sort of subverting it because like Zenitsu is supposed to be like a non-masculine character that he like cries like a girl kind of thing. So I'm like, I don't know about this. I really, that's something that really annoys me, and I'm like, okay, shonen anime, do better. So like, I'm like, please diversify your female characters in shonen anime Demon Slayer. Let's work on this. But yeah, I thought it was a good and like nice conclusion. And it was a nice, to get to see the backstory on the demon siblings and have their little send-off.
Hit you in the feels with their trauma.
I was really shocked. I was like, damn. Like, I actually have sympathy for the demon brother now. And I'm like, oh, he was so terribly abused. It's just like, you just feel sorry for him, so.
And now I'm like looking at all this, like, the Saki siblings fan arts on Instagram and of them living normal, cute high school lives and being cute brothers and sisters, and I was like, fuck, I love you guys.
That's pretty cute. I'm actually like, I haven't done any research into it, but I'm really interested in seeing who the upper-ranking demons are, because that's kind of cool how the demon that saved the both of them, I really love how the design of that demon sort of influenced the design of the demon form of the brother and sister, especially for the sister with like the white hair and everything. It was I thought that was such a nice design touch.
I thought she was born with white hair with the green tips.
She was born with white hair, but it didn't have green tips, and I don't think the upper ranking demon had like color in his hair other than just plain white. But I don't know, just I thought that was kind of cool. It was like sort of ties together like the legacy of the lineage of like the demon, the demon blood. So that was cool. Yes, so Demon Slayer season finale. Solid A. Solid A, maybe A- for the crying, but but awesome show. And I guess we'll all wait for our next Hashira and next season. I don't know when it's gonna come out.
I'm gonna be like so sad if all these Hashira's purposes is just to like die after getting their ass beat by a bunch of beefy ass demons. I'm just like, at this rate, it just sounds like everyone's gonna be horribly disfigured or just die.
Yeah, that's and I wonder like at the rate that we're losing Hashira every season, like what's the opposite rate of like Tanjiro and his crew like getting promoted through the ranks? You know what I mean? Because like I feel like in season 1 they did rise like 4 different ranks. I think there's like 12 ranks or something like that. So it's like I wonder what the pacing is going to be of losing Hashira to Tanjiro like increasing his powers. But then it's also like there's 12 of them. It's not like he can replace all 12 if we keep losing Hashira like every season.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. Interesting.
So now I'm like scared to get attached to any more of these Hashira because I'm just like, you're gonna get your ass beat or die. But it's okay because what's his face? Because him and his wife can live happy families, normies.
At least he survived somewhat intact, and he has the luxury of retirement as a Hashira. So
yeah, he can go kick it with his wife. Happy story for him.
Like I wish they had expanded a little bit more into like the life of his village and more of his backstory as a Hashira, because like they dedicated so much more time to developing the demons that I felt like there wasn't enough time for the actual Hashira himself, you know? Because like there's a very brief it was
that's for the spin-off, you know, for after they're done. They're gonna do all the backstories.
It was a very brief explanation just to explain why he has 3 wives, and like that was about it. I felt like why he has 3 wives and how he became like a Hashira. It was like speedrun of
Hashira, but make it fabulous. All right, you're in. That ass.
All right. Do we want to talk about any more anime? Okay. Did you watch any other animes?
I wasn't able to watch the doll maker guy because I didn't have access to a Crunchyroll, but I settled for a Disney Plus instead.
That's fine with me. Like, I actually watched the K-drama thing that I sent you, Love and Leashes. Did you see that on Netflix?
No, that's on my list. I'm watching it next.
Okay,
I'm watching
maybe
it this
we should
week,
talk
actually.
about it next episode then. We'll save that for next episode. All right, everybody. I think that's...
On a tangent. Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
I was just gonna tell you about the cute, I got more outfits for the dungeon. I'm just like, I got so many more dungeon outfits.
All right, we'll save all of that Love and Leashes review
for next
dungeon outfit review for next episode. I guess we're gonna have a fetish episode next time. So finally, I'd like to end with some Q&A. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, requests for topics you'd like to hear more about, please reach out to us on our social media at Top Class Tokyo on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, or send us an email at topclasstokyo@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Class is dismissed. All right, cool.
We did it.